typically, look at a second VOD and see if it's a pattern, right? But if your
Okay.
VOD's got like, a bunch of different topics, I'll just do one VOD because that's already enough, right? So we'll play
Okay.
by ear and we'll
Yeah.
kind of see where you're at. So yeah, the first question I usually typically like to ask students is like, what do you personally feel like you struggle with like in mid, right? Like I know you're trying to like really double down on mid right now, learn RA, learn Victor, right?
Yeah.
What do you feel like you struggle with? And around what elo is this that you're playing? On your
Diamond.
okay, perfect.
So I don't know. I can't confidently tell you I'm a diamond mid laner. I just
Yeah,
switch from support.
right.
So maybe emerald. I don't know,
Mhm.
ballpark.
Mhm.
Anyways, what I think I know I struggle with CSing. I'm coming from a role where I didn't farm, right? So
Yeah, definitely.
um I think that as far as understanding my windows of when I can play aggressive to trade in the early game, I do decent. But then like when they hit those couple of levels, it seems like every game, like let's say levels 1 through 3 or
Mhm.
1 through 4, I'm pretty dominant, and then I don't respect an ability,
Okay.
and then everything I worked
Mhm.
for is gone.
Okay.
As well as it seems like I'm harassing a lot and not even getting a lead to show
Okay.
for it.
Right.
And then I really struggled into the assassins this game. You're
Okay.
gonna see that. Like I
Great.
was raging.
Great. Yeah, we'll take a look and we'll see where you're at. So I think level one was played pretty well. I like to double auto. Try to zone her off. Gotta make sure you hit both of these. Yep, beautiful. Great level one.
I wanted to be more aggressive there, but I've had a problem lately with
Mm-hmm.
underestimating tower range. I've been taking a lot of tower shots.
Mm,
That's
okay.
why, specifically in that one.
Okay, good. Yeah, this is great. I mean, level one. This first level is exactly how I'd be playing it. So what you got to remember as Victor is that your job is you need a dominate lane because your champ is an absolute piece of shit.
Like right there, I just troll. I was lagging
Yeah.
right there though. I know I
Right.
told you I've been having
Mm,
issues. Like you don't even see my ping spike. I
mm,
actually had my internet guy come to my house today.
yeah.
He rerouted my internet line to the other side of my house. Like genuinely, I took like 5 steps up right there.
Yeah.
Uh, it's not
Right.
that common of a problem.
Yeah.
There's just like a couple times a game.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, but
But anyways,
yeah, so that's fine, right? And it is what it is. It's unlucky, right? If you get some like spikes. But I think that the biggest thing I would say when you're playing as any mage is that your job is to get an early game lead, right? Because your champ is a piece of shit in skirmishes compared to an assassin, right? And
yeah.
your mid game is awful compared to assassins, right? So your job is to absolutely dominate lane. So the first levels were great. But your mindset has got to be you always got to have some sort of lead. So either you have the range advantage, right, where they can't get onto you, or you have some sort of level lead, or you reset better, right? Like these are the ways you kind of create leads against assassins. So already the first thing I'm noticing here that I don't love is that you're not trying to hit level 3, right? You're not trying to contest for level 3. You should already be hitting the wave for now, right? Because you
Okay.
got both your
Yeah.
abilities up. You should already be autoing the wave, hit your level 3 first before the Katarina, right? I'm very scared for you here. She's gonna hit level 3, and you're gonna have to sack control over the lane.
That's what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is level up timings, right? So do you know when you hit level 3 in mid? What? How many minions it is?
That's is it 2 melees on the
Yeah.
third wave or
Yep.
one? Two
Yep.
melees. Yeah.
So what you should do is like two wave crash, which is what you did, which was perfect. Then you should be hitting the third wave as it's coming in, right?
I think that's actually a consistent issue I've had. I
Yeah.
just after I crashed it,
And
I was letting them
this
push.
is probably why you're struggling versus assassins, right? Because they're gonna play
Yeah.
on level 3 when you're level 2. Because if you're level 3 there, this is actually totally fine, right? You would just W on top of yourself, and she can't play the game, right?
Yeah.
Or you can take 2 points Q if you want, or whatever, right? And you're tankier, etc. So this is just like she's just straight up punishing you for the level spike timing, right? This is really problematic because when you're playing Victor, you can't afford for this to happen, right? Victor's strength is his lane. Yeah, not great because now you don't have flash either. Yeah, she's gonna push into reset. You're gonna have to match it. Okay, I mean, luckily we're at least, you know, somewhat okay in CS, right? It's 20 to 11. Like it should be a little bit better than this, and you should still have flash, but not the absolute end of the world here. Okay. Yep, Wave's in a good spot. Good E. This is totally fine. He had bone plating up. I don't mind that.
I did a bad job this game of respecting the jungler too. I
Mm,
actually think I built some bad habits playing on a lower elo account that I wasn't punished by junglers as
yeah.
often.
That's why playing on a low elo cast does could do you more harm than good.
Yeah, and I added a minion there, but
So one thing about mages is you got to be really really tight on your spacing, right? And so the
hmm
way you become good at spacing though is you got to think about it from cat's POV, okay? So what I would say is like try to approach lanes and look at it from their POV, okay? How do they combo, right? So as a cat, do you know how a cat typically combos? Like what does she need to do in order to
I mean
combo?
she can either QE or EW auto QE. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, I know what she wants to do. Yeah,
Exactly. So in that situation, you got call guard because she queued that and that bounced onto you, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah, I think if you took a better trade here and you spaced better, what you could have actually done, because you would have been way healthier, is you could have frozen this wave, right? You could have actually held this wave under your turret, like near your turret with your W, right? Imagine if you W
Yeah,
this or you freeze, but you can't because you took that shit trade. So it's gonna be a problem because if you're stuck under turret constantly as a mage, you're just worthless, right? You're just gonna be completely worthless.
I do enjoy Ari too, but Victor is definitely my favorite. I would say Ari is gonna be my alt
Right.
pick. Yeah,
Okay, we just need to reset here. You need to accept reality and reset. Okay, come back. Nice. Yeah, so we definitely need to find a warding window. So if we go back to this TP, I think everything you do here is good. I think this is fine. I think this is also fine, but the reality is that you saw Cosmic topside. So my question to
yeah. I
you
thought
is
he
like,
recalled.
hmm,
I wasn't looking at like I didn't click on it.
right. Yeah, because I think either way though, you should definitely ward. Like even if you thought he recalled, I think this is your chance to put down some vision because
Okay.
yeah, you're just MOL mage with no flash. So you got to remember, like the number one, this is the number one skill for mid. This is which is completely different from support, right? I would say this is like literally the most different skill. Is that you cannot afford to die as a mid laner. That is your number. That should be your absolute number one priority. Okay, when you play Victor, is do
Okay.
not die. Do everything in your power to not die. If you have to lose CS, if you lose some priority, if you have to drop some shit wards, like I don't care what it is, but your mindset needs to be this because dying just gives you way too much of a tempo loss, right? As a victor, like if you die right now, your game is completely fucked because Cat gets a full reset. She probably gets a plate. She gets a bunch of gold. She's back on the map before you. Like, and the entire fucking map is exploding, right? If you die, so that should be your number one goal as a mage is not die. Your mindset should always be thinking about where's their jungler, where can I ward, do I have flash? If I don't have flash, how can I be defensive, right?
Yeah, I played that poorly too, but no matter what, I die.
Yeah, no matter what, you would have died. Yeah, 100%. So that is gonna make your game very, very, very difficult now, right?
Yeah, I get carried this game.
Like real quick, if I just show you a Victor game I played, this is against a pro player. Um, you'll see I was in a really shit position. Let me see if it'll load. Oh come on.
So I see you're building rocket belt.
Yes, I don't buy mana item on Victor. I skip backfire. I go a little bit more defensive build against like burst
I
champs,
can't wait
assassins.
to get that skin.
Yeah, it's a nice skin. Um,
Yeah, it comes out during Halloween, I'm assuming.
yep. So I'll show you an example where my wave gets complete. So I'm against a Nunu, which is heavy threat, and I'm against Annie, which is also heavy threat. So like here's an example one, right? Like Annie roams top, I want to punish, and there's Zillion holds the wave, right? So that kind of fucks me. But I make sure I don't die to Nunu, right? Make sure I don't burn my flash. I stay alive. My wave is still kind of fucked. I come back here. I think here, look at my wave. It gets frozen on. Actually, my wave gets frozen on. So a lot of people would be like pissed, like, well, fuck this, right? My wave's frozen. I need to fix it, right? But if
Yeah.
I walk up and Nunu's here and I get ganked and I die, the game is fucked. The game is completely over, right? So I just have to accept reality. Like it sucks, but I'm just gonna drop CS, right? I'm just gonna chill back. I'm gonna E for max range. I'm gonna lose minions. It is what it is, right? Because as long as I don't die, I'm still getting XP. XP is really important on mages, and he doesn't get a roam timer because the wave's frozen. At least I'm wasting Nunu's time because if he's sitting here waiting for me and I don't show, he's wasting time, and so I'm generating way more pressure on the map. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's got to be your number one mindset. And so in terms of that mindset shift, like I do love the aggression. I think actually I love how you're trying to punish on last hits. I love how you're trying to put the pressure up, especially for your elo range. Players are a little passive, so I like the aggressiveness. It's just I think you're too much on that side, right? I want to edge you back a little bit, right? So being
Okay.
a little bit more conservative, value your spacing, value your HP, value your vision, and value not dying. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I think I play very aggressive. I'm looking to punish
Yeah.
every window I have because
Yeah.
I was playing engage sports. So like,
Yeah, right.
as soon as they use a key ability, I'm flashing on them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do that.
Right. And not to mention as an engaged support, your life is not nearly as
Yeah, I'm
valuable.
cool with dying,
Yeah, like
especially
you could
carry
die level
dice. Yeah,
3 as an engaged support and you're like low-key
yeah,
happy, right? If you trade one for
yeah. Like
one.
I
So
played a
it's
lot of Nautilus. Yeah,
exactly.
no, yeah.
Yeah. So it's the complete opposite as a mage.
Now the CS needs work, but I mean that's gonna
Yeah.
come with time. I mean, I used to play every different role.
Mm.
I think I already told you that, but
Yeah.
it's just been a while.
Well, I don't think your CS thing is bad. I think the reason why your CS is low is because you died. I literally think it's that simple, right? If you didn't take that shit
Okay.
level 3 trade and you didn't die, you would be really high CS right now, right? It's
Okay.
I actually don't think it's an actual like mechanical lasting problem. Like, sure, it could be better, but I don't think that's actually the problem. I think the bigger problem is like, yeah, when if you're just not on the map, you can't get farm, right? Okay,
Yeah, I
get your
mean,
last chapter. Not much you can do there, and this is all byproduct of us like losing
yeah,
lane, right?
yep. I understand completely.
Okay, makes sense what we covered so far.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Okay.
have prio if I didn't take if I use a level up timer correctly. I would
Yep.
have prio in the lane, which means I would have been able to rotate to that fight, and she wouldn't have.
Yep. Exactly. And if you saw flash, you didn't die to Kha'Zix.
Hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
snowball effect. Spot on. Okay. So, okay, this is also really important in terms of vision around mid. Let's talk about this. Let me pull up Rift Kit here. Yeah, so I pull up Rift Kit. So this is how you want to think about warding, okay? So, right here, we're Victor here in mid. So, I want you to tell me which ward gives you more, I guess, vision around the river. This one or this one?
I mean, definitely the second one.
Yeah, so when you're warding, you really never want to ward here. These are the worst possible words. The only time you ward here is for control words, okay? Because the control
Yeah.
words can help you clear their vision, right? But otherwise, you should never ward in here. You should always ward here, right? Or here. Look at how much
All
better
right.
this is. You see?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I do have a question
Yeah.
as far as control wards. So I
Yep.
come from a role where I was buying them as
Yeah.
soon as I got my quest on cooldown. Are as a mage,
Mhm.
obviously that's not necessarily a good investment. It just depends on the context, I guess. But
Mhm.
how often are you buying control wars? Is it just like before an objective when you're trying to set up control,
Great question.
or
Good.
like
Yep.
are you doing it whenever your yellow wards are on timer?
Very simple. If you get priority and push, you buy control words. Okay?
Okay,
Because the way you
all
want
right.
to, yeah, like the way you want to view is you push,
Yeah, you'll keep it.
then you keep it. Exactly. You want to keep it. You want to
Yeah.
maintain it as a mid
Okay.
laner, right? You're control
Okay.
mage. You control space. So if you're not getting prio, it's fucking worthless. If you're getting prio, you
Yeah,
should buy
because
it.
they'll just kill it. Yeah.
Let us kill it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, she has no spells. You should try to punish. Yep. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay, nice. Well played. Yeah, not bad.
Crazy at the Diamond Elo 1v1.
Yeah,
That's
man, good
pretty
shit.
bad.
I mean,
So,
so I think my only
that
critique is you need to R faster, right? Like this is like a
yeah,
snail
my
R.
click,
Look at
my
this.
mouse was just I
Yeah.
know, dude. It took like a solid
It's like a
second.
snail pace. Look at the shit. Like look how much
Yeah,
of
I
R
know.
shit gets before
I
you are.
prioritized trying to get away from her instead of
Yeah.
just ulting. I was trolling.
Because what you got to remember mindset wise as a victor is that you're a battle mage, right? So what does battle mage means? Like it means that like you like when they jump on you, right? To a certain extent, right? So
Yeah.
you are a champ that very much like needs to kite and hold your ground though. You really want to be holding your ground as a victor, which you do, right? But that should be your number one priority, right? If you're in an even numbers play and your stats wise you guys are even, like you should be prepared to like hold your ground. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Whoa. This is how we're gonna fuck the game. Okay. So I'm gonna
I
steal
was
this.
running from him.
Yeah. So um, there's gotta be a better place you can recall than this. Let me see. You push the wave. Maybe not actually. Yeah, actually, I guess it's fine because he's literally running at you for some reason. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he was chasing me.
yeah, it's actually
He
not
had
bad.
like I was the only person he could kill the whole game, so
Yeah.
you'll see. They kill me. This was actually the most this mid game.
Hmm.
I mean, I was super tired last night.
Right.
I do think I played worse than normal, but
Hmm.
I had an extremely difficult time knowing what to do in the mid
Okay. game. Yeah, we'll take a
because
look.
I mean,
Okay.
I think I understand general concepts of where I should be typically. I
Mm,
mean, I guess we'll see what you have to say.
yeah.
But what you call it? I feel like I couldn't play the game because her and Kazakhs would just wait in the
Mm,
bush, and like I knew I would know they're there sometimes. Sometimes I didn't, but like it
mm.
didn't matter. I mean, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. We'll take a look. So I would say overall you're playing pretty well, right? I would say like your biggest mistake, your micro is actually quite good, which makes sense if you played a bunch of different roles, right? That actually makes a lot
Yeah,
of sense because your intuition in terms of fighting is very good. But now I think the problem is like high level mid concepts, which also makes sense, right? Because you're just now learning mid. So I think
yeah.
for you that's what you need to work on is the high level mid concepts because you're playing overall not too bad. Honestly, I don't even mind this trading one for one, right? First, if we talk about like fighting here, though, it is a little risky because you have no vision, right? So if we go back to your ward. How do we use our ward? Yeah, I don't know if I like this ward here, back here, because what is it? It doesn't really do anything for you, right? Like who can even come from this angle? Because you
I
saw
think
Braum, you
that
saw
that's just
Kha'Zix get said.
I
Support
think that's a bad
mentality.
habit.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if I would always have my wards on cooldown as soon as we start
yeah,
fighting, I'm just trying to put it all around us. I think that's just a bad habit.
yeah. That's a support thing. Be selfish and greedy with your wards as a mid, right? Because yeah,
Yeah,
now you have no wards, you can't play the game. So what I would have done here, because you're winning lane against Cat, right? You're beating her, you just solo killed her, right? You're winning. I think you need to find a way to get a control ward, right? But your inventory's full, so I think you should go tier 2 boots and control ward here, right?
okay. Yeah, that's something I don't know as far as how much of a power spike I get from completing boots.
So it depends which ones you buy. If you buy Sorks, it's massive spike. CDR
Okay.
is massive. Tank ones, shit. Before first
Yeah.
item.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't built tank ones yet. I've
Okay.
only built
Okay.
sworks with
Okay.
CDR.
So you're okay rushing them if you want to. They're totally fine to rush.
Okay.
But I think so. You want to rush tier 2 boots if you need spacing, right? If you really need the space, and like it's inventory efficient as well, right? So like if you
Okay.
need space for control words, right? Because I think the problem is you get like this ward fucks you because now you have no vision, right, for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think there's a few things. Number one, you should not be pushing this wave, right? Why do you think we should not be pushing this wave?
Because I can't play for Prio because I don't
Yes,
have
you have
vision.
no vision.
So I should
Exactly.
slow push so the wave can
Beautiful.
protect me a little more.
And the high level mindset is what? We can't die. So because
Yeah.
we can't, that's the first thought that needs to come to your head is like, okay, I can't die. Then the second thought is, okay, how can I play my wave so I don't die, right?
Yeah.
Given my vision, right, and my flash, right? You have no flash. Like think about the jungle's perspective. You're walking treasure chest right now, right? No
Yeah.
flash, no vision,
No,
Victor.
I mean
Like,
the whole game they were just
yeah.
farming me.
Exactly.
So
So you need to respect. So the reality is you need to respect that. So you fucked up by
yeah,
pushing this, right? That's okay.
yep.
So what
No,
you
I
got to say
understand.
is be like, you know what? I fucked up. It is what it is. I have no vision. I have no flash. I pushed by accident. Like I did it with that anti-VOD, right? Just take the L. That's it. You got to just take the L right now. So play back. Don't even try trading. I would literally be sitting back here right now,
Okay.
right? But again, the solution to this, so it doesn't feel like you're fucked, is control ward, tier 2 boots, and that initial yellow ward you placed, right? Get out of the
Yeah.
habit. But it works out. Like I said, all that, but it's actually good. What happened because you traded 1 for 1 was actually really good for the game. Really, really good. If you get ganked, you trade 1 for 1. That's like really OP to do because you're absorbing pressure and yeah, you're
Yeah, and
still
they
getting
gain
resurgence.
nothing.
Yeah,
It's an even trade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another problem, right? This is a massive problem. Your ward's coming up. There's absolutely no reason to be walking up right now, right? You have no vision. You need to again value
Yeah.
your life, right? Get some vision down first. Prioritize your vision first. Actually, if we go back. I think you had enough for control word as well. Yeah, so you should definitely buy one here, right?
Okay.
And set up your vision. Put down your yellow trinket. Put down your control word. So what you would do, by the way, if you have both. Let me get this kit back up. I mean, I'm sure you know because you're support,
I
but
would put I would put one in the river and then over the wall if I were
exactly. Yeah,
after.
you already know exactly.
Yeah.
So it'd be like this, right? Or
Yeah.
if you have a control word here, yellow word
Yeah, that's
here.
exactly what I would do.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
know it. So the thing is, you need to be valuing that more as a mid laner, right? When you have no flash. So and the fact you walk here up here is crazy to me, right? It's absolutely crazy. You have no vision, no flash. You see no one on the map. You only see their support. Like you can get fucked from 4 different ways right now, right? Your top, their top could gank you, their support could gank you, their jungle could gank you, right? Their mid can come through mid. Like you know what I mean? Like you're just fucked in every single way possible here. So the fact that you feel comfortable walking up here is a sign you're not you're number one, not like realizing in the game how vulnerable you are. Number two, not valuing your wards. Number three, not using the downtime to check the map state. Right?
I honestly think so. First off, I'm not thinking about it to the degree of I need to be warding. But the
Yes.
other thing is, I genuinely think me playing in silver, gold, and plat, I was literally able to do whatever I wanted the entire game.
Right. Yes. You build up some bad habits. Yeah. So our
Yeah, like
job now is
if I
to
got
break out
ganked,
of
I would
these.
just outplay them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd 1v2 them.
Yeah.
So I think I just have a
Yeah.
sense of delusion.
Yeah. Yeah. Hundred
Yeah.
percent.
Yeah, I also got the most tilted this game I've gotten, and I don't know how. I usually
Mm,
don't get tilted, but
mm.
it felt unplayable. And looking back, it's 100% completely my fault. So
Well, you're gonna run into Kha'Zix again. You're like walking into no vision. So if we look at this, what's your vision right now? Gotta be leaning as well. Look at all
yeah,
this. Look at all the vision bot side. It's like if you just watch how Cal's playing, it's so obvious she's getting a gank, right? I mean, look how she's playing. She's running into you in the top side, right? Okay. The fact that I mean,
I mean,
again,
I
you
just get
fight it well
lucky,
though,
but
right? Like you fight it well. So this is the thing: your mechanics and your lane trading and your CS thing is all good. Those are things you're good at. What you're
you
struggling
don't
with?
think?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I'm just curious on what you think on. Do you think that those levels of skill are around the elo I'm actually in?
Yeah, so the way everyone's rank works is you have a certain skills that raise you up and certain skills that raise you down. So I would actually say you're
Yeah,
trading, you're trying to fight on last hits, right? And your pressure are actually above your elo range right now. They're actually above it. But everything else is so far below that averages it out to what you're at right now. You see what I'm saying? So my job as
yeah,
a coach is to raise up your weakest skills, which is your warding, and you're leaning on mid specifically, right? You're understanding how important it is to not die. Your jungle tracking, right? And just accepting reality and playing back when you're behind. If you work on those skills, I guarantee you will climb
yeah. I
as a mid
think for
laner.
me, jungle tracking is it's really easy the first two clears,
Yeah,
and then after that, it used to be easier for me on support. I would know where he
yeah,
was
because you
at
have
the
more
whole
mental
game.
energy to keep track of it.
Right. I didn't have to focus on my mechanics, my
Mm-hmm.
trading, like anything really. If
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't all inning, I was looking at the map.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty big adjustment for me. I'm probably only have 20, 30 games on Victor, so I'm glad
Yeah,
my
you just need to get the
mechanics
reps
aren't
in.
that bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good, man. Your trading's good. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This is where things are starting to get sketchy now. So
Yeah, this is where it gets bad.
yeah.
This right here is where it
The
ruins
second you
my game
start
of the rest
walking
of the game.
bot, I already know you have no idea what you're doing, like, respectfully, right?
Yeah.
So when you're playing a mage, I'm going to steal this from another coach. It's kind of a crude analogy, but it makes sense. So you got to have the Bill Gates mindset. Okay, so what this really means is that early games, aka early in Bill Gates' life, what did he do? Right, selfish, make as much money as possible. Right.
Okay.
So your entire
And
mindset.
when you
So
say early
yeah,
game, are you saying first
laning
14
phase.
minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
So if we use this analogy to League, right? What this means is that your first 14 minutes, you should play like everyone else on your team or AI, right? So you should
Okay.
be maximizing your resources, right? Not dying, getting as many places as you can, right? Chaosing every single kill, like unironically, okay? That needs to be your
Yeah.
mindset the first 14 minutes, okay? In the mid game, what you're doing is now you're starting to, I guess, use your lead and help others, right? So like, of course, he like built his company, hired more people, yada yada yada. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So he's using his wealth to generate more wealth for other people as well, though not just himself. Okay. So what this really means is that you want to start being with your team, making plays, right?
Okay.
Then,
This is a question I have
yeah, yeah,
for sure. I'm glad we're covering this.
yeah,
Sorry to interrupt you again.
yeah, you're fine.
I was curious. Like I don't know because I know I want to be at fights early. I
Mm-hmm,
know I want to control an area. I know I want to be in every team fight if I can
mm-hmm,
as the champion I'm playing.
yep,
But it seems like right now my team is posturing like they want to fight
mm-hmm,
top. No one's answering bot, which it doesn't need to be answered right now looking at the map. And I
mm-hmm.
don't have TP. Like, do I just sit mid and not get any farm or anything
Yeah,
for
I'm
this
about to
fight?
explain that. I'm gonna make it very practical
Okay.
for you. Okay, this is literally what I
Okay.
do in my games. Okay,
Okay.
so then you side after a play is over. Okay, so this is the mid game. In the late game, what a build gets you late in his life, you just donated everything, right? So late game, you should just be like literally not like just being with your team 24/7. Okay, so now going
Okay.
to the mid game, right, with this analogy in mind, what you want to be doing as a mage is you always, always, always ARAM first, then side after. Okay, the only time you should ever be going side lane is after a play is over, okay? Or your team is covering you. If you are going by yourself in the side as a mage, you have fucked up.
Okay.
Okay?
So, in this particular context of my game, if you're looking at the map,
Yeah.
if I was strong, I would have been spam pinging set off and I would have wanted to go top.
Yeah, but even yeah, I still think you overcomplicate. I literally would just fucking go mid, spam ping Herald, and just like take a 5v5. Have set stay and take a five, force
Okay. Am
5
I
5.
am I taking the mid wave? Like is that
No, just what I would do. So I'll show you.
Okay.
I have. I'll show you the same game. I'll show you exactly what I do. Because in this game I can't side lane at all. So I'll show you what I do. So again, Bill Gates mindset. I'm really fucking fed this game. So what you want to do is, by the way, you do want to side lane when the wave is under turret, though. I will say that. So the wave gets
Yeah,
pushed
you
to
want
your
to catch
turret.
waves.
Yeah, you catch waves under turret. That's the only exception to what I'm saying. Okay.
Okay.
So you catch the wave under turret, and then what you're gonna see me do here is I'm gonna just start fucking A-ramming it. So I come group mid, I make a play, I catch the side wave, make this play top, reset, and then my first deployment, what am I gonna do? Mid. And what you do when you're in mid is you just sit behind your team, let your smolder get the farm or ADC get the farm. You sit behind them, not show. Then when the fight starts, you walk up and go, right? Or if your team's sieging because you're Victor, you just spam E and poke their ADC out of lane, right? But you don't
Okay.
take farm. You feel me?
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you see exactly what I do. Play doesn't work out. It's fine. I die. It is what it is, right? I'll fast forward to another example here. I'm just fighting with my team. So here, same thing, right? Nothing to do bot, nothing to do top. I can't be side laning. My champ is complete trash side laning. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna literally sit. I'm gonna take the mid wave because Boulder's dead. So if your AC dies, you can take the wave. Otherwise, I'm just gonna like literally sit in a bush here. This was an example. So in this situation here, I literally just sit here and do nothing. I just wait for something to happen. Don't show. Wait for something to happen. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
don't take your millionaire's farm or ADC's farm. Only just show up to poke. Okay. So this is what's gonna completely fuck your game. This is like
This is when I do the rest of the game and I die the
this
rest of
is
the game.
throwing levels of bad, right? For us.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is what I do the rest of the game. Kha'Zix and Katarina wait in the bush.
Yep. So what you
I,
so based off of what we talked about, so to make sure you understand, what do we need to do here in the sequence?
I would probably be sitting behind Camille and Lux, assuming they just used a red trinket and be sitting in fog.
Yep, exactly. Send fog, and then what I would do is if they're walking in, then I would walk in behind them, and you just force a fight here
Yep.
around here, right?
Okay.
Because now you're not at a fight, right? This is a free fight you could have been at. It's like a 1v1 cat, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna barely like you're gonna trade evenly. You have no flash. Your game is fucked. You are fucked now,
Oh.
right? You have no flash victor in the side lane. You're just gonna chain die. So same thing. What will we do here? What's our first deployment? What should our first? Where should be the first place we always go as a mage?
Should have opened mid.
Yep, exactly. Open mid, and then when do we catch the side though? When will we go side lane? When would it be
Whenever
time?
it's crashing into the
Yep,
tower.
when it crashes into the turret, or after you win a fight. Like, let's say you kill 2 people and like the side's open, then you go. Okay, and what you'll find is paradoxically, you'll actually have more farm if you do this, because you'll have more winning fights, and you'll be dying less, and the enemy side laning less, so it's easier for you to actually get farm. You feel me? Yeah, because you're basically playing Cat's game, right? Like Cat is just fucking you. Like imagine if you were just mid here. Cat, well, it can't do shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, if I don't go give her an opportunity, like
Yeah.
I'll outfight her there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think this is if you keep doing this is how you're gonna throw the game. This is why you lose the game. Yeah, you're just doing on repeat, right? You keep going side. You're not side lane oriented champ, right? You can't do this. If you're like Yone, or something, or Yasuo, it's a little different, right? But as a Victor,
Yeah.
a bait control mage, you got to start with ARAM, and that's why I'm saying your first 15 minutes need to be never dying, right? Because you need to be strong enough to like force ARAMs, bleed some farm to force fights. Then you can go side, and that's how you snowball. Get me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need to look at the bot
100%.
anymore because the mindset's already fucked, right? Every deployment is going to be the same
Yeah,
thing.
that is every time I died. I went from like pretty strong to
Like,
oh my god. I
like
got
look at
buried.
this. You're so scared silent. You're sitting AFK here. Like, just be
Oh,
mid.
I die. I die right here.
Yeah, because this is not your
Yeah,
champ.
I die right here.
Yeah, your
I
champ is
know
not good
they're
at
there.
this. Yeah,
I know they're there, and like I just didn't know what to do.
yeah. You got to ARAM. Just force fights ARAM.
Yeah, I think I did. I started tilting, and I just ate
Right.
and I said, "That's y'all. Someone else can take care of Garen. I'm not doing
Yeah.
it."
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think it actually worked out. But
Yeah. So
in this
yeah,
instance, okay.
yeah.
So Set is strong. He's
Yep.
stronger than me.
Yep.
He's of more utility to the team because
Mm.
he's so fed. Garen's pushing a tier 2.
So you should just defend bot right now.
Okay,
Catch
that's what I
waves.
was. Okay.
Yeah, just catch. You if they're under turret pushing, you can defend and catch wave. That's okay.
Okay. But if I'm in a winning perspective, I'm strong and I want to be with the team. That would not be my job to answer that. I would just
Yeah,
be
but
mid.
like again, it depends on the context, right? Like if you're like if there's
Right.
nothing happening on the game, like the game is really slow. Like
Let's say my team's making a play.
yeah, then you
I
want to
would
be
want to be
there.
with my team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And you see, even though you're like completely inting, if you're ARAMing, it's like you can still play the game, right? And it's like pretty chill to kill cat in an ARAM situation. And so yeah, it's basically the same thing over and over again. So I don't think we need to look at this bot anymore.
Yeah.
And I think, to be honest, I think I already know what you need to work on, right? I think we already know what you need to focus on because I guarantee you, every game is like that. Probably looks like this in the mid game, right? In terms
Yeah.
of like defaulting to the side lane, maybe some games you don't
Oh,
get
I mean,
punished for it, right? But the mindset's probably that every time.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I had a Syndra game, or I played against Syndra.
Mhm.
That also, and I don't know if you want to look at it or if you think you got enough. She ended up 1v9 in the game. She was a Syndra one trick. So I was kind of happy with how I played lane. I made a pretty big mistake early on and she snowballed.
You tell me. Do you feel like you have enough? I feel like you have plenty already. But what do you
Yeah, I
think?
think so.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would say my main priorities are going to be leaning towards vision and not
Yep.
dying, and then in the mid game, make a play, then catch waves.
Yep, yep. So exactly, I'm gonna write these down. These are the practical things I want you to work on. Exactly. Number one thing mid game is stop side laning so much, right?
Which is crazy because my CS is not good ever. And I
Because
guess
you
because I'm
can't, because your
dying.
champion can't side lane. That's why. It's a myth, right? All these content creators who know nothing about climbing in league say get 10 CS per minute. It's a complete bait for mid laners, especially
Yeah.
mages. If you're like fucking Yone, it's different, right? You're playing Victor, okay? So stop side laning so much. This is the number one thing, right? We gotta go mid first, ARAM it up, get vision, make a play, catch waves under tower, or after a play's over, right? This is the number one thing. I think if you just fix this, your games are gonna feel way fucking better, right? But what you gotta
Okay.
remember is this mid game is Victor's weakness, so just you gotta accept that, right? Just remember
Okay.
that, all right? If you're behind as Victor and you're going to mid game, you're not really that happy anyway. So just remember that. Okay. Now, in
Okay.
terms of like laning, I think we need to work on our threat assessment, right? And what that basically means is like you need to not die. And so how do we do that practically? Well, what you need to do is like we need to be valuing our wards more, right? Valuing our flash more, right? And like accepting reality and just not walk up if your wave is fucked, right? Or you're
Okay.
low, etc. Accept reality, just like take the L so you don't die. Okay? And then I think yeah, you should buy more control wards, I think, especially if you're winning, right? Um and I think you should be thinking about the level 3 spike more. I think these are the 4 things I would work on if I were you. Otherwise, I
Okay.
think you're honestly for the few amount of Victor games you have, I think your mechanics are good. Your timing your trades on last hits. Your actual farming is fine. Your farm is bad not because you suck at farming. It's because you just don't know what to do,
Yeah.
right? And you're dying for fun.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm playing support mid game. I literally just ARAM. Like that was my job. But I
Exactly.
guess my understanding of mid game was to keep my levels and farm up
Yep.
as a mage. But I guess I get that through winning plays because I'm
Exactly.
strong in a team fight situation.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You got to play to your champion
Okay.
strengths, basically.
So what about in the context of this game? My team's winning, so obviously I want to fight with them.
Yep.
What if my team's hard losing?
Even if they're hard losing, I'll show you. I'll show you an example actually. Um, let's see if I still have it. This is Aurora, which is a little different from Ari or from Victor. I have more playmaking, but I'll show you a game I won. This is one of the most crazy games I think I've ever won in my life. Let me show you the score of this game. I won this.
I do really enjoy playing Ari too. I watched your Unbroken by Concept.
Yeah.
I watched that whole video. I enjoy playing her too, just
I
as a backup.
this
I
is
find Victor's laning phase is so fun.
I won this game.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
so the way I do it is I stop fucking side laning. So what I'm gonna do is I recognize, okay, like I can't win side, right? My whole team's behind. So what you gotta do is you gotta force plays in mid. Like you gotta spam ping your team. Like look for picks on their ADC on mid wave because they're gonna get caught. If this fucking Kate can get caught in challenger, trust me, your ADCs are gonna get caught.
Okay, so
So
this is the question right here. I'm just
yeah,
curious.
yeah,
That Victor that you're going against is
yeah.
at least Grandmaster.
This guy's an academy level player, which is one below pro play.
Okay, yeah. What is he doing on the side?
Are you didn't sing?
Really? Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah.
just curious. I didn't know
That's
if
why
it
he
was
loses. This is why he loses the game because he should also be A-ramming this shit up and just make Jinx. Like if he was just in mid, like fucking the Jinx with his E, like we just lose because we can't force a 5v5, right? He's just
yeah.
completely insane. He's insane. That's why he
Okay.
loses.
Okay.
So yeah, you just look for plays on mid, try to look for shutdowns. The other thing I'll say is when you're behind, try to always die for shutdowns. So I'll like
Yeah.
die to make sure I get a shutdown. So that's something you can do. But yeah, I won this game. They got like soul. Like what the hell was the score of this game? Yeah, like this was the game. Like they get soul, like the game is just fucked. But I constantly hover around mid. I still stay around mid even when my team's behind. Just gotta be more defensive, right? You can't just like full shove. You gotta like kind of play fog of war and just be really defensive and wait for someone to int and then you make a play, right? But yeah, basically I'm mid all the time here, and that's how I was able to win this one. Mid is king in league. Mid is especially in solo queue. Going through mid is like the #1 skill as a mid laner.
So I need
To
to
win.
ARAM.
Yeah, you
That's
got Aaron
crazy.
more.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. All
it's
right.
it's very paradoxical because a lot of content you hear is like, oh, keep your
Oh
farm
yeah.
up, right? Like,
For
don't.
like the past 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the notes. Do you have any other questions for me, brother? Anything else you want to ask? Anything you're curious about?
No, I'm good, man.
All right, awesome. Um,
I'm not.